Welcome back, y'all. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. What's going on? Welcome back to Wrestling Wednesday. My name is Christopher J. Thank you guys for pulling in. I want to take a moment. Thank you guys for being patient with us. With me and Sal. Sal is taking care of something at the moment, so he's definitely here with us in spirit. Let me put the link. Excuse me. Let me put the link right there. Let me go to the other channel and let me pin that link. We are doing a simulcast at this moment, but I will let you guys know with the watch party that is this Saturday. It is only going to be exclusively on Wrestling Wednesdays channel. Only on Wrestling Wednesdays channel. I'm just letting you guys know that right now. You guys are on my regular page and you're looking for the watch party. You have to subscribe to my other channel, Wrestling Wednesday, and get ready to enjoy the fun. Everybody stop what y'all doing. Girl, get out of here. Other than that, how's everybody doing this Monday? Well, excuse me. How's everybody doing this Wednesday morning? I'm sorry, I'm in the wrong field, but I'm liking this Monday. This I keep saying Monday morning as it's the start of a work week, but it's actually the start of a wrestling week in my opinion. But this whole morning feel, uh, getting your wrestling news on a Wednesday morning. I'm not gonna hold y'all. I like it. I like where it's going. I like how this is feeling. All right, just need to do one more thing and we can go. I don't give a Kevin Hart. Oh, I'm gonna watch that Dario CEO with Kevin Hart. I'm definitely watching that. Yeah, one more thing because right now I got you guys. I'm currently on Clubhouse right now, just on the stage listening to people as we dive into a particular comment that has nothing to do with wrestling. But let's get started. As you got, like I said earlier, ladies and gentlemen, we will be doing a watch party and a live reaction to Survivor Series WarGames in San Diego. That's this coming Saturday. So I know the TV's right there. I need to find a way to put the TV up. If not, I got an alternate solution just in case. Well, we're gonna have this watch party one way or another, giving the four matches, and of course, less is more. I get it, but I would like my PLEs to have more than four wrestling matches, me personally, but it is what it is. So let's go ahead and get started um, with this. Actually, let's actually go over the news of what happened. First of all, Malcolm is in the building. What's good, Malcolm? How you feeling, man? Glad that you could pull up this morning. Now, I will openly admit, ladies and gentlemen, I was not too quick to speak on this topic. I'm not gonna hold y'all. I'm just going to quickly speak about it, and I'm gonna keep it moving. I'm just just hold on. I'm just gonna say this because we ain't scared here. We gonna talk about it. Poor Brock Lesnar. So, um, of course, he Brock. This is all in good fun. Jesus, Brock, all good fun. Carl, good morning, good morning. Uh, he's gonna be fine. I'm just treading carefully because I don't want. Let's just say this: I have I don't have Brock Lesnar money. I don't have money at all. Team five figures. I can find out where someone's at, I guess. Brock Lesnar has what we call FU money. I'm gonna tread carefully because I don't want him to use his FU money and knock on that door. But like, what was you saying? I'm gonna bolt that bitch all the way shut. So I'll say this: Brock Lesnar doing his entrance. I don't know what. I'm just gonna say he just took a botch. He took a slip and fail. Shout out to the producers in the show that was able to kind of switch the cameras. Not a good enough time, but that's quick reaction on your feet. I'll definitely give you guys that. But yeah, during his entrance, when he does the explosion, the power goes off. He busted his ass. But he able to get back up, put the hat on, Braun Breaker, and recovery time. And quite frankly, I will say this: I will give Brock Lesnar credit for this. When something does happen, the show keeps going. So don't live on the ground. Don't live in the moment. Get your ass back up, and let's continue. Let's continue with the show. And that's pretty much what they did. Bust his ass, got up, walked it off like a G, and got in the ring, and they started fighting. A brawl ensued in OKC. That's what happened. Now, some people are going to say, is this a sign for Brock Lesnar to step away and get away from wrestling? Stop, calm down. It's not that crucial. Ladies and gentlemen, yes, he took a fail. And yes, Brock Lesnar, albeit he looks good for his age. How old is Brock Lesnar? Because if he's taking a step back, I can't tell. But granted, what he did with John Cena, that's obviously there's not going to be no ring rust on there. But Brock Lesnar's 48 years old. Jesus Christ. Oh yeah, he's married to Sable. That's right. So with that, I don't think Brock Lesnar. This is a chance. This is a time for people to say Brock Lesnar needs to take a step back. He can still go. He's still a badass. No ring rust, especially they keep him in the pocket that they have him right now, a pocket that they ultimately created for him. What the pocket is, you are a dominant beast. No one can fuck with you. And with that, come around 4 times a year, maybe 6, and sell the idea that of you being a badass. And because he's in that pocket, he's always going to be fine. Now, Father Time's undefeated. Go watch the Last Ride documentary, the 5-part series of the Undertaker. You can see how what Father Time is going to always kick into place, and this is why Undertaker only wrestle like once a year, WrestleMania. During that time when he was going at Brock, he actually wrestled 4 times that year. If I recall, he actually made more appearances that year during his retirement. So I do believe that there's a pocket for Brock Lesnar to operate in. He did recover like a true pro. Got your ass up, walk it off like a G, and the show gonna keep going. The camera is still rolling. Netflix is Netflixing. Let's go ahead and keep this thing pushing. So shout out to Brock. Sorry that you bust your ass. Um, Make sure you have slip resistant shoes on, boots, whatever, because if I recall correctly, the where they it's San Diego. What's the Padres field called? That's an open stadium. Uh, this is yeah, Petco Park. Yeah. Hold on? What's the weather? San Diego weather for the week. Um, Saturday, they'll be fine. They'll be fine. So with that, Brock, um, handling it like a true pro. I clenched when I saw that. I was like, "Ooh, this is not gonna go well." But handled it like a G. So shout out to him. Also, real quick before we get to the predictions, let me go with my match of the night from SmackDown and Raw. Let me add that banner. Let's see. Let's see, match of the night. There we go. So, match of the night. From SmackDown, ladies and gentlemen, salute. Big, what's that? Big Neff. Big Neff. Salute to you, Mike G. Match of the night, Raw SmackDown. From SmackDown this past Saturday, match of the night was the United States Open Challenge. Dragunov and JD Madonna. Man, JD Madonna is going to be that guy. I don't know if he needs to remain in Judgment Day or get away from. Actually, he actually needs to remain in Judgment Day. He needs to remain in Judgment Day because he's a wrestler's wrestler. Like we just talking about Brock Lesnar just getting back up after a botch. Y'all go back to that infamous Monday Night Raw where JD did that backflip, back hit the announcer's desk, head went all the way back, and he still finished that match like a G. I don't know too many people who don't respect JD Madonna after that night. And for him to come back, be an absolute beast, in my opinion. If I had to give most improved this year, he's a candidate for most improved, JD Madonna. And for him to have that match that he had with Ilya Dragunov, hard hitting. We're not talking about like what Ric Flair was talking about in his 30 for 30 ESPN, where I'm swinging so hard where I'm actually touching you, but I'm not touching you. You guys get what I'm saying? There's a no. We're going to make these hits hurt. You got a Russian. You got somebody from Ireland. Good old-fashioned brawl in the ring. I love it. That was my match of the night. Hard-hitting action. They kept on going and going and going. It's like they brought the spirit of NXT to SmackDown. I always like that shit. I always love that, which is why I still watch NXT to this day. I like seeing stuff like that. So shout out to Ilya Dragunov and JD Madonna for getting match of the night on Friday Night SmackDown. Now let's get to Monday Night Raw. Match of the night was My Time Is Now tournament. It was Jesus. Gunther versus Jesus. Why am I blanking out on his name? Carmelo Hayes. Oh yeah, and one more thing. I'm glad that I don't mind WWE changing Gunther's intro back to his previous one. But if you're going to do that, there's a certain passion that the crowd had when he was in NXT. And quite frankly, I do believe the NXT fans are a little bit more passionate than WWE fans. That's just my personal opinion. Bring that when Gunther came out and he had that original thing, the crowd was singing to it. So I'm gonna need the WWE fans that think that they're too good to be doing this. I want you to bring that same energy, bring that NXT energy, and they need to put Gunther back with Ludwig. Well, nobody has confirmed or denied it. Ludwig is actually what is his name? El Grande Americano. So whenever that situation is done, well, actually, they need Chad Gable to come back from injury so he could be the ring general, so he could be back El Grande Americano, and so that way Ludwig could go back and kicking it with Gunther. I like that. Yeah, get those. But I wish they could just bring all of Imperium back. I remember they botched one of their returns. It was disgusting. So, Team, what's good? How you feeling, man? Team Kid. I they need to bring back Imperium. If there's ever a time to bring back Imperium, this would be the time. But the thing is, I think they are positioning Gunther to be an anti-hero, where like he's not a heel, he's not a babyface, he's kind of in between. I think they're trying to position him into be an anti-hero or to be a babyface. Um, I don't know if I'm ready for babyface Gunther. However, if you're going to keep him the same way, which is going to be a little bit hard to do, then I can somewhat see it. But I kind of like Gunther as is because you need a decent heel. And I'm not gonna hold you. I like world world heavyweight champion Gunther as a heel. I like that as a heel. His mic skills got better. His insults have got better. His him asserting his dominance over wrestlers and on the mic and got better. The ring skills are going to be the ring skills. He's not playing around with that. But I don't know if I'm ready for babyface Gunther. But I think that's what they're repositioning him into. That's why I like the trash talking during the race. It's like, who did he beat to go up against me? I like that. Keep that going, and I'm all appreciative of that shit. So we'll see. And also, the idea that Gunther retired two wrestlers in 1 year, that's some Hall of Fame shit. That's some Hall of Fame shit. That's all I'm gonna say. But something about that match, Carmelo Hayes, man, Carmelo Hayes, Carmelo. Man, this is why I'm always support invested in Carmelo Hayes, whether he's a heel or a babyface. He's going to be just fine. I think it's time to put him. It's time to put a title on him, a tag team title maybe, or the United States title. Ilya Dragunov is doing his thing, and I'm glad he's back from his injury. But that door is knocking. It's time to put a title on him, and that time is coming real soon. If I had to guess, I'm not saying he's going to win any championships at WrestleMania. But I can say what it's November right now, so yeah, I can say in the springtime, late spring, early summer. There needs to be a title over Carmelo Hayes. That time is coming. But yeah, so that was my match of the night. From SmackDown, it was the United States Open Challenge, JD Medina versus Ilya Dragunov. That was match of the night. And also for Monday Night Raw, match of the night was My Time Is Now tournament where you had Gunther go up against Carmelo Hayes. That was definitely my match of the night. Big get a fifth match. What could you? Oh, if there could be a fifth match, what would you like to see? Because because these four match things are getting on my nerves. I think had they done this tournament earlier, the final match should be the winner. Well, the My Time Is Now finals should be the fifth match in Survivor Series. That way, the winner, you'll know who the winner is, and they could do this build up, this 2 or 3 week build up to Saturday Night Main Event. Because whoever wins, they're not going to have enough time to promote the match. Although the match is self-promoted, it promotes itself. But as a traditional of promos back and forth, I would have much rather the fifth match been the finals of the My Time Is Now tournament. It only makes sense. So that's what I think. That's my fifth match. What the fifth match should have been. Now it's time. Let's get to the Survivor Series predictions. Survivor Series predictions, ladies and gentlemen. Survivor Series WarGames San Diego's this Saturday on the ESPN app, obviously. And do I have the whatchamacallit? Do I have the banner ready? Of course I don't. Let me do this. So where we at? Where we at? Hold on, y'all. I gotta correct somebody on the app. Hold on, real quick. My bad. I got to correct some people on the other side. Do you watch AEW as well? If yes, what's your thoughts on Darby? See, here's my thing about Darby before we get these predictions up and running. He has a lot of heart. Darby has a lot of heart, and he's very durable. This is going to sound blasphemous what I'm going to say. He is a much more skilled wrestler than Spike Dudley. He's a skilled version of Spike Dudley. Spike can take hits after hits after hits after hits. One of these days, me and Shell, we're going to do a reaction to Spike's greatest hits. So y'all can see what Vince McMahon did to this man. Because I'm going to say, good God, there's nobody in the WWE who could take an ass kicking like Spike Dudley. And also, during his interview with CCB, Chris Van Vliet, to take them hits, I see why he was taking them hits. Spike talking about he made $10,000 a week on the not per se like Raw and SmackDown, the pay per view, just being on the road, going on the road. He said that's $10,000 a week. So what? $10,000 a week. That's what 500. Yeah, that's over $500,000 a year. I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense. But Darby Allin, excuse me, he is a skilled version of Spike Dudley. He can wrestle. He can take a hit. He's not afraid to go against competition. When I saw his back and forth with Chris Jericho and how he hang in there and how they was able dancing partners is what I would call it. How they was able to storytell during that whole match. Obviously, Darby Allin was not beating Chris Jericho. We all know that. But I'm not going to say he needs to put on some muscle, although that will be preferable. The only thing is, he's always going to be that mid card guy in AEW. That's my take. He's always going to be a mid card guy on AEW. Now, if he wants to grow his stock, I don't know when his contract is up. Let me look that up right now. Let's see. There's no public. Of course, there's no public information on that. But update: likely a multi-year deal signed in 2019. Reported earning between $300 and $500,000 annually. Skill version of Spike Dudley. So okay, if you're gonna pay this money for him to be a mid card, I get it. I totally get it now. But for him to raise his stock, he's gonna have to do what um, Jesus, I'm blanking on people's names today. NXT champion. I'm tripping. What is this? Oh my God. Why am I forgetting people's names? Ricky Saints, excuse me. If he wants to raise his stock, he's gonna have to take the Ricky Saints route or the Ether Page. Yeah, I was in AEW. Now I transitioned to NXT. And now look at their stock. But look at those two. Those are two of the greatest examples. Cody Rhodes put them to the side. That's not fair. Those are two greatest examples of people that blew up in AEW, that was known in AEW, excuse me, that can in NXT, and their stock has risen. Ethan Page is ready for the main roster. I can't wait till you put Ricky Saint on the main roster. That's going to be a nice thing to see. So we'll see. That's my take on Darby Allin. He's a good mid card for AEW. I I guess you will have to elevate him, but it's like how? Because this is just not going to work. You have what's what I'm looking for? All these heavy hitters in AW. Like hell, you could just start with the Hurt, um, Bobby Lashley. Yeah, just Bobby Lashley's there. What AEW is going to do is going to eventually prioritize Bobby Lashley to get the championship. Obviously, you got. I can't believe I'm blanking on people's names like this. This is crazy. But I think next week coffee for Wrestling Wednesday. I need to have coffee on my side because this is crazy. Yeah, Swerve Strickland. You have all these other people who are clear favorites to run the company, be the face of the company. Darby, I'm not saying Darby Allin is not the face of the company because of what he has provided. He is worth the price of admission, but you're not going to get him over to beat these actual legit heavy hitters. It's not going to happen. So that's my take on that. 1 second. I have to can I do this here? Let me see something. So, okay, I can't do it from here. So, to Anton, I have an idea of what's going on with the country. There's a time and place for that. I need you to read the room. Read the room and don't do that again. So, okay, did it? Okay, it took care of that. Hold on, y'all. I gotta make sure that I didn't want to ban them from the chat. I just wanted to build it, and y'all know the drill. Build it as we fly it. Well, oh well, that's it is what it is. I'm not gonna harp on that. All right, let's get back to the let's get back to the show. Just hey, we're talking about wrestling. There is times where we can talk about politics, what's going on in the country, but this ain't the time or the place. Um, what if WWE signs the I cannot pronounce that. Um, let's see. With this, I'm not going to say I heard too much or paid attention too much about him. I'm aware that he's in AEW, but we'll see. Ask me that next week. I want to. Oops. of the room in it. I want to get a objective opinion on him on from this 35 years old, Detroit, Michigan. Well, just you being from Detroit, you bet you can't be, you're not allowed to come into any situation soft. But ask me that next week. Let me actually put that on my to do list next week. As that's the segment I need to do. Start highlighting certain wrestlers. So let's ask me that next week. Yes, it is time for War Games. Let's go. So let's start. First, if I had to guess, the first match of the night is going to be the women's War Game. You have Rhea Ripley, Io Sky, Alexa Bliss, Charlotte Flair, and AJ Lee versus Nia Jax, Lash Legend, the Kabuki Warrior, excuse me, and Becky Lynch. Who do I believe is going to win this? Obviously, when it comes to experience, Rhea's team should win this. Because you got Rio, you got EO. Take that back. I stand corrected. On Rhea's team, only two of them have war game experience. If I recall correctly, this is going to be Alexa Bliss, Charlotte Flair, and obviously AJ Lee's first War Games match. So there's one. Nia Jax. Has Nia Jax been in War Games? I think she has. Nia Jax, obviously just Lash Legend's first one. Becky Lynch been in it. I'm about to think about this one. I don't think Kairi Sane has been in a War Games match. Is somebody, if she has on the NXT side, please let me know. Because I can say this is a pretty fairly even. But edge-wise, who would I give it to? Because obviously, when you have someone like Nia Jax and Lash Legends, you expect them to do damage in War Games. But as the match goes on, your endurance starts to get battle tested, and you get to see if you're really built for something to this extent. Chances are no, but with that, I'm going to say Team Rhea, and Charlotte Flair is going to win. And I'm only saying those two because it's really going to come down to those two to get on the same page and remain on the same page. Friday, SmackDown's 2 nights away. Let's see what happens. But I'm going to give the edge to the powerhouses, that is Charlotte Flair and Rhea Ripley. Now, granted, like I said, Nia Jackson, Lash Legends are powerhouses in themselves. And I never realized how big Lash Legend was until she had that match against Piper Niven. And when I saw her pick her up and slam her and to win the match, I was like, oh, okay. Truly a powerhouse. And some people are going to say, well, you should have known that based off who she's in a relationship with. I know. I get it. I should have put two and two together, but just saying. I'm tripping. Lash. Let's see. Lash Legend is 6 feet tall, 28 years old, and damn, Trick, my bad. Trick Williams, my bad. I'm tripping. I forgot where I was at. My bad. Lash Legend is a beautiful young lady and shall be respected. But I'm gonna get this to the experienced folks. Rhea Ripley's team is gonna win. And this is going to be I would say this will be a coming out party for Lash Legend and Who else on the team? Yeah, this is gonna be a coming out party for Lash Legend to show WWE that she's ready for this moment. That's what I believe. Now, as far as AJ Lee, I'm gonna be honest about AJ Lee. She did better at WrestlePalooza, and obviously there's obviously going to be some type of ring rust because she's been gone for so long. So I totally understand that. So during this time off from Wrestling Palooza to now, I do believe you're going to see a great level of improvement with her, and it's going to be a better show. I think everybody was so emotionally involved in the match because it was AJ Lee, and rightfully so. So I do believe in this type of environment, you get like the promo that she said on Monday, you do get opportunity to get old AJ Lee back as far as the mic skills and the mentality and the sell. But my only thing is as long as the activity in the ring matches that, we're going to be just fine. So I give it to Rhea Ripley. Next match, Stephanie Valkyra versus Nikki Bella. Stephanie Valkyra versus Nikki Bella. Now, I know that this was going to happen. Nikki Bella was going to turn. I just didn't know when. How ironic, in your ex-fiance's hometown nonetheless. I saw what y'all did there. That was very naughty of you guys, but it worked out perfectly. I'm not mad at it. So a young Stephanie versus a old Nikki, and I say that respectfully, Nikki, because you can still go. I don't believe that the title is changing hands in this match. I do think it's going to be a 10-minute match, or maybe 13 at the most. That's how long this match is going to be, 10 to 13 minutes. Then Nikki's going to have some spots where she's going to shine and resemble old Nikki, where got her to the Hall of Fame. But I do believe it's just not going to be enough for a young, beautiful, it's not going to be enough for a very skilled, precision-like Stephanie Valkyra. And I like her finishing moves. Like, I thought that was just a single twist, but you got to really go look at her finishing moves. She is actually stepping her game up as a wrestler and being innovative and applying more skill sets to her repertoire. So I do like what Stephanie's doing. So that's why, and still, your women's world champion will be Stephanie Valkyra. Like I said, it's going to be 10 to 13 minutes long. That's how long the match is going to be. Like I said, Nikki will have her spots where she's going to have an opportunity to capitalize on her, but it's not going to be enough for the young gunner that is Stephanie Valkyra. So I have Stephanie winning that match, flat out. A match that may not be, that's going to be longer than 13 minutes, I will say 17 tops. The Intercontinental Champion, the never seen 17, John Cena versus Dominic Mysterio. And ladies and gentlemen, Dominic Mysterio is going to get back his title. Don't get mad at me. Don't look at me like that. Just hear me out. So was I expecting John Cena to win the Intercontinental Championship? No. Was I expecting him to do that in Boston nonetheless? Absolutely not. I did like the promo he was spitting. And like I said, it's so much so that he's made me a believer. And John Cena just did his thing. And honestly, it's a toothpick version. A toothpick version, Dominic Mysterio is not beating a GOAT in John Cena on that night. So I agree with him. Wrong place, wrong time, wrong guy. So Dominic tested his gangster, regretted that. He did the Eddie Guerrero frog splash, and John Cena did the Mark Henry, rolled out and picked him up, hit him with the AA, and became a Grand Slam champion on his way out the door. That was in Boston, ladies and gentlemen. He is going to face Dominic Mysterio. How many people is in how many seats in Petco Park? Or Petco Park? I said Petco Park. Jesus Christ. Oh, no. I need Google. Come on, come on, come on. There we go. So there is, let's see, at least 39,816, and I expect them to add a couple more thousand seats. Um, and y'all, this is another candidate for most improved wrestler of the year, which is Dominic Mysterio. Um, I have Dominic Mysterio winning. Wrong, John Cena told home, wrong place, wrong time, wrong guy. I think that's going to come back to haunt him because now you're facing this guy at the wrong place and at the wrong time, especially the wrong place. I think Dominic Mysterio is going to get booed out of his own hometown. 40,000? No, I don't think that. I do not think it. Now, do I think John Cena is going to get booed? Maybe here and there, but no, because it's John Cena at the end of the day. So I do expect to be a hard fought match. I'm expecting Judgment Day or even El Grande Americano to get involved. Now, will Rey Mysterio make some appearance? Maybe. Do I think Rey Mysterio is going to go heel and help his son? No, but that's a strong possibility. But no, I don't think so. I do. Whatever happens, although I'm expecting some interference to happen, John Cena will drop that title to Dominic Mysterio. He will be a two-time Intercontinental champion. Because some people say last match should be John Cena's last match should be for the Intercontinental title. I don't think so. I really don't, because maybe if it was the WWE Championship, maybe, but I just don't see the hype of adding the Intercontinental Championship to go with it. You kind of get what I'm saying, especially the brackets that is in play, because we'll find out who's replacing Sheamus. Although I do think it just needs to be Shinsuke Nakamura, but he's involved in that traditional Survivor Series match that's going to take place on SmackDown against the MRT. So, but to stay focused, like I said, John Cena is going to lose at Survivor Series. He will be, like I said, he will be dropping that championship. Matter of fact, and major stadium pay-per-views this year, Royal Rumble's a loss. Obviously, Elimination Chamber is a win, controversial win, but a win nonetheless. Obviously, WrestleMania. Then you have Survivor Series, and now you have what do you call it? Survivor Series. He's losing to Dominic Mysterio. I really got John Cena losing on Saturday. I promise you, I do. And it's going to be a moment. And let me say, if winning at WrestleMania was already the biggest highlight for Dominic Mysterio, this right here is going to hold more precedence because it's in your own backyard. So that's what I believe. I believe that 100%. So that's what's going to happen. Now, final match. The men's War Games. The Vision, Logan Paul, Drew McIntyre, and Mr. Bust His Ass, Brock Lesnar. All jokes, all jokes, all jokes, all jokes. Versus CM Punk, Cody Rhodes, the Uso, and the Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns. This, and I agree, has to be the most star-studded Wars game match that I've ever came across. Who do I think is going to win? Because this is anybody's game. Anybody can take this. And obviously, Divisions team, excuse me, they have the advantage match. So all I'm gonna say is who's coming out, who's gonna start the match, and who's gonna end the match. And I think on the division side, I think it's clear as day. Brock Lesnar is coming out last, and Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns is gonna come out last. I do believe Brock Lesnar is gonna do irreparable amounts of damage to all the wrestlers because everybody's going to be already be gassed anyway. Matter of fact, you can have Drew McIntyre, Logan Paul division up. As soon as Brock Lesnar comes, just step back, like go ahead and handle that for 3 minutes. It's going to be the longest 3 minutes of their entire life. Like I saw what Cody said on SmackDown, like to Brock Lesnar, is like, Brock, don't forget, not only did I beat you once, I beat you twice. I was like, this is WarGames. Cody Rhodes is going to, who's going to be the first one? I think it's going to be a repeat like last year. I do think the Usos are going to come out first. Jay's going to start, then Jimmy. Next will be, either one. The next one is going to be either Cody Rhodes or CM Punk because I think Roman Reigns needs to come out last for this to make sense. And they're going to be relatively gassed, and Brock Lesnar is going to be at 100%. So I expect this to be the longest 3 minutes of anybody's life. And then when Roman Reigns comes, he's going to neutralize the whole entire field. And then it's going to be Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns. And do I expect them to go have another WrestleMania moment? No, I think that's about done. But although he doesn't have the titles anymore, so the opportunity opens up for another Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns wrestling match. But in the case of this is, I'm not going to hold y'all. This is going to be a hard one because this is literally anybody takes it. Because it's going to come down to Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar to cancel each other out, and for either CM Punk or Cody Rhodes to handle Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul. And actually, I'll be honest, really going to come down to the Usos in the division. Let me take that back. It's really going to come down to the Usos in the division because everybody's going to neutralize one another. And I believe the Usos have some get back to do pertaining to the division. And I think this is where they collect the receipts. So with that, because two of these men, if I gotta be honest, I'm gonna hate this. If Braun Breaker gets a little room, just a little, they lost. CM Punk team's gonna lose. I mean that because if the Usos take out Bronson Reed as a double team, which is actually a stupid idea, but I think that's more of a prototypical idea that they're going to do is to double team Bronson Reed. Once you knock out Bronson Reed, you're not going to have enough energy to deal with Braun Breaker. By the time you turn around, he's already on the other side of the rope, and by the time you turn around again, he already took out your whole entire midsection. So there's so many. Lord, I'm gonna need help on this one. There's so many ways you can go with this. I don't want to do a Stephen A. say the list is fluid. The list is fluid. However, I'm gonna give it to CM Punk's team because with that lineup that I said that everybody is canceling each other out, that leaves room for Braun Breaker. That's only because I'm leaving another room for Roman Reigns to blindside him and get the win. That's the only reason why I'll leave that open for CM Punk's team to win. So, just to recap, Rhea Ripley's team is winning. Stephanie McMahon is winning. John Cena loses the Intercontinental title to Dominic Mysterio. and CM Punk team win by the skin of their teeth. The skin of their teeth. And ladies and gentlemen, that is my Survivor Series prediction. And that's actually one of my most that's actually one of the most difficult predictions that I ever done because everything about this leading up to this is so um it's so close that you can't put your finger on it. Now, the John Cena Dominic Mysterio, I'm like I said, that's a little bit easy because I don't expect John Cena to be Dominic Mysterio and Dominic Mysterio's home field of 40,000. I don't see that happening, especially for the title. You're gonna really see Dominic come out and be like, "I am him, and this is my time." That's what I believe. But everything else, and yes, Stephanie Valkyrie and Nikki, it's going to be a good match. But Stephanie's going to widen that gap. Be like, mm-mm, I'm her now. You're in the past. So that's what I believe. But these Survivor Series matches, these War Game matches, man, I'm not even gonna hold you. They a little bit too close. So I'm it will not surprise me if I get any of those predictions wrong on Saturday. And speaking of Saturday, ladies and gentlemen, yes, we are doing the watch party for Survivor Series War Games. It is this Saturday. Uh Me, Sel, we're gonna pull up and do this thing on Saturday. So y'all make sure y'all tune in for that. That is this coming Saturday. All right, and I want to take a moment and thank you guys for tuning in. This is the first Wrestling Wednesday that we did in the morning time. Only thing I really need is some coffee because I was blanking on so many people's names. The fact that almost forgot Ricky Saints, Swerve Strickland's name, and a couple other brothers from AEW. I'm like, this is not me. But I just need some coffee in my system. And actually, I didn't really need to start getting ready for work. So that's what I need to do. But before we do that, let me invite my guy up to the stage. Coming down the Tide Tribe, my brother Hassan. What's good, man? How you feeling, man?
What up, brother? Salute, Christopher. I'm doing good. I was surprised. Wait, they doing a morning show? Usually, I'm used to at night, but
Yeah, I think we're gonna transition into the morning show. I know Sal is doing something right now, so I understand. But we're gonna do something. We're gonna try to transition this into the morning time for Wrestling Wednesday. Just like a morning show. Like First Take has their show. Wrestling, there needs to be a morning wrestling show. Why not us?
okay. So
So that's
you already did all the matches already?
yeah. So here with the matches, because I'm this is a little bit. This is probably one of my toughest predictions because everything's so you can call it. It can go either way. So let me hear what you got. Women's World Championship: Stephanie Valkyrie and Nikki Bella. Who you got?
Stephanie, you got to go with the future. Nikki Bella. I I I I don't see her lasting. I'm getting sick of the part time. It worked for Brock Lesnar. Doesn't mean it's gonna work for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Roman Reigns is like, okay, we can tolerate it for a little bit because he's Roman Reigns. So you got to go for Stephanie on this one for me.
Yeah, I went with Stephanie too. Like I said, the match is not going to be no more than 13 minutes. They're going to Nikki's going to hit her spots, and they're going to give it to Stephanie. Intercontinental Championship: John Cena versus Dominic Mysterio.
Now this one, if you don't mind, I got a little bit to say. Okay, when John Cena faced Dominic and he won, Dominic shouldn't have got at least the last three out of the four matches. The 6-man tag, and now the rematch. What I the one in New York, John Cena should have faced Finn Balor or Tricky Williams, and then Survivor. So he should have like a different opponent. At least like try something new. Something like don't give it all to Dominic. That's the problem I have over there. Or they should have brought Trick Williams first time ever, either New York City or Survivor Series. You know,
I
before he leaves.
cannot. I can't wait till they call Trick to the main roster.
Yeah, it's time. I think it's by Survivors or Royal Rumble. I think they
Royal
say
Rumble.
Royal Rumble. But for this one, it has to be Cena because Cena right now is a 100 wins at pay per views. You know, it won't hurt make it 101. It has to be Cena. He can't lose his last pay per view.
Well, actually, he can. He can, because I guess the old adage is, you retire when you lose your last match.
Yeah,
So, because I remember Dave Batista spoke about that, and he said your last match is when you're on your back, you're looking up at the lights. So,
you're right, but his last match is Saturday Night Main Event, December.
right.
So, and I think that should be Gunter if everything goes smooth, no injuries between now and then. But yeah, for this one, Cena. Let's go with Cena.
I got Dominic Mysterio because remember what John Cena said: wrong place, wrong time, wrong guy in Boston. Now, wrong place, San Diego, wrong time, Survivor Series, wrong guy, Dominic Mysterio. You're literally fighting Dominic Mysterio in his own backyard of 40,000.
Okay, I can see that. But do you really think Cena's gonna lose his last two matches?
Yep. Oh, no, as far as Survivor Series, I'm not. I don't know yet. I got to see who wins this tournament first. Now, if it's Gunther, then yes, because and that's going to be a nice notch underneath his belt for the fact that you retired two Hall of Famers. You've retired Goldberg, and you're about to retire a future Hall of Famer.
Okay, because look at the final four though. It ain't gonna be Jay. He already wrestled Jay. It definitely not gonna be LA Knight. Uh, so the way it's looking, and Triple H's a big fan of Gunter. It looking like Gunter's going in.
Hold on, hold on,
But
let me see.
who's the fourth person?
Hold on. No, they're not done at four yet. My time.
No, they are. They're in the semifinals.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, because they you still got. I need that bracket
and the finals. But yeah, so literally three more matches.
because we know. Okay, here we go. So yeah, Solo Sokoa and Gunther events. We already seen that. We're looking for between Jay Uso and Rusev. Is I think they're going to determine that on.
Oh, Rusev is the fourth game. Okay.
Yeah, they're going to. Well, right. Yeah, they're going to determine that on Friday, and they don't know who's going to replace Sheamus to face LA Knight. Yeah,
Wait,
they
hold
don't
on.
know yet. And they're not gonna put Nakamura in there because he lost A and B. He's involved in the traditional Survivor Series.
Penta.
And
No.
we just have to. I'm gonna wait and see. I'm gonna wait and see what do they have. Who they have, because right now I don't know. That Sokola and Gunther match is going to be fire though. That's going to be
Oh wait, no, is the Solo versus Gunter and Jey Uso and LA Knight in the semifinals.
you think they're just going to bypass LA
So
Knight and
yeah, those. My bad. Go ahead. My bad.
no? I say, do you believe that they're going to? Because they already said Adam Pierce and Nick
Can you share
Aldis.
this topic?
Yeah, they already said Nick Aldis and Adam Pierce is already working on the contestant to fight Knight. Not to say they're going to push him to the final four.
No, no, no. The Miz replaced Sheamus. You see right here, the semifinals. Those are the final four. You got Raw Jey Uso, Raw LA Knight.
Okay, this was 6 days ago because I'm on the article. So they got the Miz.
Yeah, Miz already lost to LA Knight. So the in the semifinals is Jey Uso versus LA Knight, and the other one
Whoa, whoa,
Solo
whoa.
versus Gunter.
That match didn't happen yet.
Yeah, those two matches did not happen yet, not yet. Either SmackDown or Raw next week.
Yeah, because I was like, I know Wikipedia is not putting the Miz there. I was like, they didn't have that match yet.
Well,
Yeah. That match did not happen yet, but I will imagine that yeah, if you do put Miz there, LA Knight is going to win. So we can all agree on that. But that match will be this Saturday. And actually, I have Rusev beating Jay Uso because I think somebody from the Vision or that Survivor Series team is going to interfere and cause Jay Uso that match, and that's gonna put Rusev versus LA Knight, and then you're gonna have Sokola versus Gunther. Like I said, that's gonna be one hell of a fight.
Yeah, but I just realized. So this week's SmackDown is taped already.
It shouldn't be because they're in San Diego.
Damn, this is weird. Yeah, because according to this, Rusev lost. Miz replaced Sheamus because of his injury, and yeah, we'll see. We'll see how this play. And in this tournament, we got two injuries: Sheamus and Penta.
Penta suffered an injury during the match with Solo Sokola, and they had to call the match.
Yeah, it's like damn.
And I don't know where when Sheamus got injured. Maybe it was during that final match for Cena, but that's what took place. But getting back to it because I just realized the time. Um, Women's war game match. Who do you got?
Hmm. Team Charlotte, Rhea, they got to win. They're the big and the return of AJ Lee, of course. They got
Yeah, because their X factor on the other side is obviously Nia Jackson and Lash Legend. I just saw Lash Legend 6 feet tall, and Nia Jackson is obviously taller than her.
yeah. She's like 6'1" or something.
Hmm.
Yeah, but yeah,
So they're going to position Lash to be a powerhouse. This is going to be her coming out party for Lash Legend. So, but I'm still giving it to Rhea's team. And the men's war game match. Who you got? Because
yeah,
this one was really hard for me to pick.
yeah. This one's really tough. On the other side, you got the Future Breaker, and you got Brock Lesnar, and this is his first war game. You
Yep.
can't go against that. On the other side, you got the two world champions and Roman Reigns. Damn. Now, ego wise and wrestling story wise, for me, you got to go with Braun, the Vision, and Brock Lesnar team. So that way they can build up and have like championships. Oh, we beat you at the Survivor Series, and I should get the world title match, Royal Rumble, or the next Saturday night main event.
Right.
Now, if politics and egos gets in the way, then CM Punk, Roman, and Cody will definitely.
Yeah, I do think everybody's going to cancel each other out. It's going to
Yeah,
come down to the Usos double teaming Braun Breaker, and that's going to lead them to somebody forget about. No, they're going to double team Bronson Reed. Excuse me. That's
yeah,
going to lead to somebody forgetting about Braun Breaker. He's going to spare everybody out of their shoes, and the only reason why I give it to CM Punk's team is only because with that, while here comes Roman Reigns because he already canceled out Brock Lesnar, which took a lot out of him. Now you have him coming at the last minute to save the Usos and get the win.
yeah. And I forgot Drew McIntyre's in this too. So
Yep, and I got Cody Rhodes dealing with Drew McIntyre.
damn. And this is actually a good Survivor Series match. Card.
Hmm.
And then this War Games actually very very. But I really thought that they should have put John Cena in this War Games. But
That's what I was thinking. So
you know, but
that's what I was thinking at first, but I was like, nah, because y'all hardly put him in. Y'all barely put him in a Hell in a Cell match. The only Hell in a Cell match I can recall was him versus the Randy Orton way back when. And that's right, still cages match. Yeah, that's fine, but yeah.
no, he was involved in I think three Hell in the Cell matches. He been in Elimination Chamber, Cage.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
elimination,
yeah.
elimination
So
chamber, of course.
so literally, Randy Orton been in on all of them: War Game, Punjabi Prison Match, Elimination Chamber, Cage.
Hmm.
Then, but there's only four matches. So if the semifinals this week, WWE should have him on SmackDown, and the last two so they can have a build up to the Saturday main event.
I wish the finals of the tournament would have been on Saturday. That would
Survivor
have
Series.
Survivor Series. That would have made more sense.
And that should be the first match. So whoever wins, and when Cena loses or wins his match, they come out, they have a face up, they attack each other. So that can lead us all the way to the Saturday night main event. Well, we'll see. We'll see.
Right.
But yeah, this is gonna be a good Survivor Series. But then, so December there's no pay per view, just Saturday night main event and deadline for NXT.
Right. That's it. Saturday night main event is going to be his own pay per view, but it's not. It's
Yeah,
going to give you that pay per view feel, but it's ultimately a retirement celebration for John Cena. So that's where they were going with it. But we'll see. Yeah, this the last Survivor Series normally goes in November anyway. In December, they don't hardly have any pay per views. Just give everybody time to rest, which you give them enough time to rest anyway, because 4 matches of pay per view don't make any damn sense. So,
you
but
yeah. Usually they have five at least. Now they're going down.
yeah, they
We
got four. It's down to 4. They usually do 6 or 7.
yeah.
Yeah, this is just asinine in my opinion. So, but like I said, less is more is where they're going with. Less is more. But sometimes we just want more. Let more be more. That's
Yeah,
that's what.
but more can backfire. You know how much wrestling there is now, including all the shows, AEW, not TNA's making a buzz.
Mm-hmm. No, I'm just talking about specifically WWE.
But
NXT is always going to be NXT. That's their own audience, so you can never interfere with the main roster stuff unless you take somebody from the NXT and put them on the main roster. So
yeah,
more, the 4 matches is because a 4 match pay per view. That means you're gonna have to wrestle a lot longer than what you do on Monday Night Raw because, and granted, Monday Night Raw they have been taking up 3 blocks for one wrestling match, which is fine because like my match of the night for Monday Night Raw was Gunther and Carmelo Hayes, and on SmackDown it was Ilya Dragunov versus JD Madonna. Those, if I recall correctly, those took up 3 blocks, 3 commercials, and I'm fine because those were great matches. You're gonna have to do the same thing here to justify 4 match pay per views.
oh yeah. But I think they're gonna go with it here, like Brock Lesnar dominating for like the first maybe 5-10 minutes or whatever. Then everybody's gonna gain up on him.
He's
The
going
same,
last. He's gonna be the last one out.
hopefully.
Yeah, he's gonna be the last one out. Everybody's gonna uh they just showed WWE just posted a clip of Brock Lesnar putting that hat on Braun Breaker. Hey, like I said, shout out to Brock Lesnar, true professional. Ladies and gentlemen, that's how you do it. You bust your ass, get your ass right back up, and act and walk it off like a G. You'll be all right.
Oh, but real quick, Chris, who you think is gonna get the pin? Okay, on the other side, we can say Jimmy Uso. He's not. He's never been world champion, so that's easy to say. On the other side, who's gonna get the pin if they lose? The Brock Lesnar team.
Brock,
Really?
it's gonna be Brock. If anybody's getting a pin, it's gonna be Brock Lesnar. As far as who gets the pin, I can say on the other side it's gonna be Roman Reigns. It's gonna come down to Brock and Roman Reigns because Roman Reigns gave his proclamation that he's coming for either one of those titles. And that's right. Brock is Brock. He has too much pull to uh, cower down to a Vision or Logan Paul. Now, Drew McIntyre, just a little bit different. I saw those two go at it during Royal Rumble. So it's like, I get it, but it's like, nah, just Brock gets the pin and you just keep it moving.
Okay, when Roman dropped that hint, who you think he's going for? Cody again or the
Um,
CM Punk?
that's a good question. I would have to say Cody, and I'll have to say he'll unify the titles later.
Oh no, not that again. You
I
saw
know, I know.
you saw how that worked out last. This is like what the third time unifying. It doesn't work well.
It doesn't, but it's like I want all. Anytime I want all to go, I want all to go. So it will behoove. it will make more sense for him to go back at Cody Rhodes. I don't follow him for going at CM Punk because I just think CM Punk is a durable athlete, but it's like it's the World Heavyweight Championship. It's not the WWE Championship.
Yeah. Do you think they should save that Royal Rumble or WrestleMania if he pursues it?
Uh,
You could go that way.
it's you have an opportunity for Royal Rumble. I mean, WrestleMania. Take care of the main event. You got to take care of the main event WrestleMania first. So if that's taken care of, you can work your way around it. So I are we going to get Roman and Cody 3? Maybe.
Damn.
Um, but I will say this: if you get Roman versus CM Punk, I don't see CM Punk holding on to that title.
Unless they go with Braun, he wins War Games, he wins Royal Rumble, they pump him up all the way to WrestleMania. He becomes the
That will be a great match. Braun Breaker versus who?
ooh. Well, he's a Raw guy.
So CM Punk.
See, but if WWE wants him to go sky high, then Cody Rhodes, WWE title.
I'll say this: if he goes against CM Punk, Seth Rollins is coming back, and he's going to cost Braun Breaker the title.
Hmm, I can see that happening.
If Braun Breaker goes against CM Punk at WrestleMania in Vegas, Seth Rollins will return, and he will cost Braun Breaker that title, and CM Punk will hold on to it, and that's going to make Seth sick to his stomach. But Seth is going to go through the vision first, and then he's going to handle CM Punk business later on that year.
Or they can do like you said that he calls them on night one and they face each other on night two. Triple H, oh, breaking news: Braun versus Seth. Last minute,
No, no, no.
they can have their
That's
WrestleMania moment.
no, no. That will I see that will be good for a Raw SmackDown situation, but not WrestleMania because you got too many moving parts and you got things that need to kind of play out, and you don't want to oversaturate the storyline. Give it its block and keep it pushing. Let's get to the next storyline. So I
Oh,
do So I do think that will best fit Raw and SmackDown. Get the title out the way and put the match later on for Seth and Braun. But regarding WrestleMania, you got to build this up because this is going to be a long beef that can stretch out through the entire year.
so you're saying like keep it going till SummerSlam or next year's Survivor Series War Game? Seth team versus Braun team, and have a
Seth
final.
team versus Braun team is definitely a Survivor Series worthy situation. Um, But the thing is, you have to build up a whole year of who wants to put up with Seth. And right now, he has no friends at this time. So we'll have to see how that plays out. As far as the forgiveness tour, we'll see what that looks like.
Mm. Do you think a mixed War Game match would be good or no?
No, because you never had a mixed you never had a mixed tag team steel cage or Hell in a Cell match. So to jump all the way straight to war games would be a bad idea because you did not test that subject to see how well it will be for the crowd. So with that, I would say no.
Yeah.
I would say
Well,
bad idea.
it's going to be an interest, and we'll see how Saturday plays out.
Yes, we will. But Hassan, I gotta start getting ready for work. But Hassan, I appreciate you pulling up, man. Thank you, man.
I appreciate you. Salute, salute. Great talk.
And,
Later.
and later, man. That was the sign, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna go ahead and get out of here. Survivor Series this Saturday. Like I said, the watch party will be this Saturday, ladies and gentlemen. Pull up and catch me and Sel calling out matches, calling out plays, and we're just enjoying ourselves. Can't wait to do it this Saturday. So thank you guys for tuning in. This is Wrestling Wednesday. I'm Christopher J. See you guys Saturday. Peace out.